Lesson 115 is about writing percents as fractions, and this is part 2. Now if we want to convert 3 1/3% to a fraction, the challenge here is that we're taking a mixed number and we're converting it to a fraction, rather than working with a whole number. So we know percents are out of 100, so we're going to get 3 1/3 out of 100. Now we're not able to reduce this to lowest terms because we don't have a whole number in our numerator. So what we can do is we can divide. Remember, fraction bars really just mean division. So this is going to be the same thing as 3 1/3 divided by 100. And in order to do division with mixed numbers and whole numbers, we need to turn them both to improper fractions. So 3 1/3, that's the same as 10/3 divided by 100 is the same as 100 over 1. So we know when we divide fractions we have to copy dot flip. So we're going to get 10/3 times 100th to find our answer. Well, this is nice because we can simplify before we multiply. 10 goes into 100 10 times. So instead of writing 10/100ths, we can write 1/10. And now we can find our answer. 1 times 1, that's 1. And 3 times 10 gives us 30. So we've solved our problem. 3 1/3%, that's the same thing as 1/30th. The key thing here is to remember that percents are out of 100. We can convert our mixed numbers and whole numbers to improper fractions, simplify before we multiply, and then we'll come to our final answer. Let's look at another one. Here we have 14 2/7%, and we have to convert that to a fraction. So 14 2/7% is going to be 14 2/7 out of 100. We know fractions are really just dividing, so we could say 14 2/7 divided by 100. We can convert these to improper fractions. 100's easy, that's going to be 100 over 1. But 14 2/7 is a little bit more complicated. So we're going to have to say 7 times 14. And then we're going to add 2 to that answer. 7 times 4 is 28. We'll carry our 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2 more gives us 98. So 98 plus 2, because we had 2 more in our numerator, is equal to 100. So what we're really going to get, 14 2/7, is the same thing as 100 over 7. Now, in order to divide our fractions, we've got to copy dot flip. So we get 100 over 7 times 1 over 100. And this one works out well because, well, 100 divided by 100, that's just 1 over 1. So we get 1 times 1, which is 1, and 7 times 1, which is 7. So 14 2/7%, well, that must be the same thing as 1/7. We've got our final answer, and we can move on to our next question. Our lesson practice will be on page 622. Make sure you've got your notes complete, and I'll see you during our next class.